30 years ago, the last Air America plane left Long Chang, Laos, the secret military base in northern part of Laos. With them, they took over 2,500 individuals, thus ending the secret war in Laos. Because of this important chain of events, over 300,000 Hmong have now called the United States their home. Within a short period of time, we now have Hmong doctors, Hmong lawyers, engineers, teachers, professors, and politicians, and many of those are in this room. In fact, we have impacted the lives of the community that we've lived in, not only socially, educationally, economically, but also politically. I'm sure the Hmong will continue to have a positive impact in the world in which they will live. Therefore, it is only fitting that we have our keynote speaker this evening, Colonel Lair. He is the reason why the Hmong have a chance to seek opportunities here in the United States. Without him, we would not be here. I would like to invite Dr. Paul Hilmer, a professor of history at Concordia University and the recent author of the book entitled A People's History of the Hmong, to come and properly introduce Colonel Lair.
As if Lee Pao couldn't properly introduce Colonel Lair. I hope it's okay. I know you've been asked to do a lot today. I know you've been welcomed about 1 billion times today. But from my heart, I want to say thank you to Lee Pao and to his wife, Suzanne. One can only imagine the amount of work that goes into planning and following through on all the things that must be done to pull off a conference like this. So would you please help me thank Lee Pao and Suzanne. Well, it really is a distinct honor to introduce to you tonight our keynote speaker. Lair was born in Hilton, Oklahoma. He was the only son of a widowed mother who, despite having just one son, allowed him to enlist when he wanted to go fight in World War II. Lair served in the 3rd Armored Division and fought at Normandy and at the Battle of the Bulge. After World War II was concluded, he went back home and planned to work in the oil fields where his father had worked. And I actually had the pleasure of sitting with him this morning during our first session, and he clued me into perhaps a little secret that I'll share with you. And that was, well, the Korean War came along, and I thought, I don't really feel like going and fighting again. And somebody said something about some intelligence program. So I thought I'd sign up for that instead. So Lair was recruited into the CIA and went to Thailand, where he married a Thai wife, got to know soldiers in the Thai army, and became the head of what was called the Police Aerial Resupply Unit, or the PARU. After the Crowne Plaza coup in Laos in the summer of 1960, with the country and the government upset, the United States and the government of Thailand made a decision to send Lair into Laos to look for a man named Vang Pao. In January of 1961, those two men met, and it was concluded that Vang Pao and the Hmong who were loyal to him wanted to stay and fight against communism. And so it was Lair and his PARU who came in and trained in a 3-day period the first 300 Hmong who would become the soldiers in the secret war. Over the next several weeks, thousands of Hmong soldiers would be trained in a similar way. And it was because of our guest tonight that the Hmong became such an important part of the war in northern Laos. Here to tell us his story and his life with the Hmong people during the secret war, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to welcome Colonel Lair.